Once upon a time, in a far-off kingdom, there lived a beautiful and kind-hearted princess named Sophia. She was daughter of the king and the queen, and her life was one of luxury and comfort. However, Sophia was not content with her life of privilege. She longed to experience the world beyond the palace walls, to understand the struggles and challenges faced by her people. One day, Sophia decided to disguise herself as a poor village girl. She put on a simple dress, covered her hair with a scarf, and set out into the unknown. She left behind her royal life, her servants, her guards, and made her way to a small village on the outskirts of the kingdom. At first, everything was overwhelming. Sophia had never done anything for herself before, and she struggled to perform even the simplest task. She had to learn how to cook, clean, sweep, and even wash her clothes. And she also had to learn how to tend to animals. The villagers, who had no idea that she was a princess, treated her poorly. They saw her as an outsider, a stranger who didn't belong and is poor. Nobody wanted to give her anything or help her in any way. They just allowed her to struggle because she's a poor stranger. The village children would mock her, calling her names and teasing her about her clothes. The adults would ignore her, or worse, shout at her for not doing her chores properly. Sophia tried her best to fit in, but no matter how hard she tried, she couldn't seem to win anyone over at all. One day, as Sophia was in the market to buy things she needed to make soup, a bad incident happened. Sophia had just paid the seller and wanted to leave when the seller started shouting at her, calling her a thief that she stole from her. But luck was on Sophia's side as a young man named Alexander witnessed the whole incident. Alexander was also buying things from the next shop. He saw all that transpired because he was busy admiring Sophia from there. So he came and shut the market woman up, telling her that he saw when Sophia gave her money. Ashamed by what she has done, the market woman apologized to Sophia, and Sophia equally let go. Alexander introduced himself to Sophia. He lived on the outskirts of the village. Alexander is a kind, gentle, and he has a heart of gold. Alexander saw something in Sophia that no one else did. Her inner beauty, her kindness, her determination, and how intelligent she was. Alexander saw that Sophia was one who had a heart of gold and would do anything to make sure that whoever she's with does not feel left out. Alexander was the only friend Sophia had. Alexander would often help Sophia with her chores, teaching her how to plant vegetables and showing her how to tend to animals. He would talk to her, listen to her, and make her feel seen and heard. Sophia, who had grown accustomed to being treated poorly, was touched by Alexander's kindness. As the days turned into weeks, Sophia falling deeply in love with Alexander. She dreams of him. She always wants to be around him. She loved his kindness, his sense of humor, and his beautiful smile. But she was afraid to reveal her true identity, fearing that he would reject her, or worse, try to take advantage of her royal status. Alexander, however, had already fallen in love with Sophia, not knowing that she was a princess. He loved her for who she was, not for her title or her wealth. He proposed to her, and Sophia, overjoyed, accepted without even thinking twice. Because at this point, they were both in love. They had dreams together. Inasmuch as they shared what they wanted to be and what they wanted to do together, Sophia refused to reveal her true identity to Alexander. Each time Alexander asked Sophia about her parents, Sophia would lie and say that her parents were dead and she had no one. Alexander told her that for them to get married, they needed to see any of her family member because he thought it was a wise thing to do. Alexander, on the other hand, already introduced Sophia to his parents and his three other siblings, which happens to be Alexander's younger ones. Also, Alexander's dad was ill at this time, but was receiving treatment at the local hospital. Sophia, confused, not knowing if revealing the true identity would cause more harm than good, but instead she decided that she was going to tell him herself. One day, Sophia called Alexander, and as they were sitting down gisting as usual, Sophia told Alexander that she is a princess. Alexander laughed out loud and asked Sophia if she was having malaria symptoms. Sophia didn't even laugh over the joke. She simply told him that she left the palace in order to see how a common man lives in environment, that she was tired of always being in the palace, that she needed to breathe some air, and at the same time know if she would find somebody that will love her for who she is and not because of what she cannot give or offer. Alexander didn't say a word. He simply asked Sophia why she was lying like that. Sophia again replied, I am not lying. If you think I am lying, we'll go and see my father and the queen. Alexander didn't have an option. After all, this is the woman he wants to spend the rest of his life with. On that fateful day, Sophia and Alexander set out to go and see Sophia's people. And to the shock of Alexander, Sophia was indeed a princess. What his eyes saw, he couldn't believe it. The princess came from a very wealthy home. That got him asking questions. He asked Sophia, how was he able to live like a commoner in the hands of the villagers who treated her poorly? How was she able to take in the insult, the ridicule, in as much as she had the power and the money to do with them as she wants? How was she able to remain meek even when it was not easy for her? Sophia simply smiled and said she did all of this out of boredom. She was tired of living a luxurious lifestyle, so she needed to test what it means to be outside. But then again, she said she does not blame anyone that treated her poorly or badly, that she shows how cruel and wicked society is to people that are less privileged. But then that she have learnt her lesson to treat people nice, no matter who they are, because you never can tell who is who. Well, when Alexander and Sophia met the king and the queen were delighted. They accepted Alexander to their family wholeheartedly. The villagers, who had grown to love Sophia after realizing that she was a princess, apologized to her for treating her poorly, and they welcomed her back into their community. The king and the queen, who have been searching for Sophia everywhere, were overjoyed to finally be reunited with their daughter. Sophia and Alexander later got married and they lived happily ever after, ruling the kingdom with kindness, wisdom, and compassion. They never forgot their humble beginning and they made sure to help those in need. Always remembering the greatest lessons of all, that it is good to be humble, nice, and kind. They also learned a lot of lessons while in the village. Thank you so much for listening to my story. Moral of the story is that true love sees beyond wealth, status, and material possessions. It sees the beauty within, the kindness, and the heart, and sometimes it takes a journey of self-discovery to find true love and happiness. I hope you enjoyed the story. Thank you so much for listening up to this moment. If you did, please remember to like, remember to share, and also on your notification bell so each time I post new videos, you'll be notified. Please subscribe to my channel, tell a friend to tell a friend, and from now onwards I'll be posting new videos every single day, so you don't want to be bored. And remember, my videos are always short, okay? So you come and watch, and please do not skip advertisements in case it pops up. Please kindly help me watch, okay? Help me watch my advertisement and help my channel to grow. You can also drop your own moral lesson in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to know where you're watching from as well. Let us connect on the comment section. If you're a YouTuber as well, you can also leave a comment in the comment section. I would love to ask you to subscribe to your channel and also help you grow as you help me grow too, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Then in case you want more stories like this, let me know. If you want love stories, if you want family drama, if you want teenage drama with moral lesson, any story you want at all that I want to interest you. True life stories, yes, I will share true life stories, but I think I have to pick up a day to be sharing only true life stories on this particular channel. So you don't want to miss out. Subscribe now. I'll see you in my next one, guys. Bye.